Okay. And with that, yeah, we should move into the whole war with Microsoft and Sony. How's
Microsoft.
that all played out?
You go. You start, please, because I'll just rant.
Yeah, really? Well, yeah, I have to totally agree. And like I said before, they're pushing towards digital. And the thing is, yeah, the games won't have DRM, but pushing towards digital and you can download your games, how are you supposed to share or trade or sell games that you downloaded?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not going to, because currently on any computer or anything else or smartphone that you download any game on, it's stuck there.
Well, I
That's the final.
I guess fans will probably try to do what they do now. Excuse me, and that is uh I think it's called system sharing or something like that, or profile sharing. Essentially, two people agree to give each other's names and passwords of their PSN information, and once you have that, you install this extra profile on your PS3, and you can download whatever games that they downloaded. Now you can only have like five active PS3 accounts on the on. You can have your account active on five PS3s, but that's what I hear some fans are doing with theirs. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that with your PS4, and I don't know if that limit can reset if you take an account off a PS4. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah. No.
And you know, I guess the big thing for Microsoft and Sony for this whole E3 debacle war nonsense is um Microsoft is going to drag us into the future kicking and screaming, and Sony is going to try to make us, well, slowly integrate us to the future. And
Yeah.
I personally don't like either of them. I will decide when I want the future myself. Thank you very much, good sirs.
Yeah. That's why they're doing it so well, though. They understand that people still want to buy their physical discs, and they are giving us that option while still slowly pulling in the idea of everything digital.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I hear from a lot of these analysts. Oh, in the future, everything's going to be digital. And you idiots wonder why you get pirated all the time. I, I,
That's a good point.
I'm just saying, the less physical, the fewer hoops you have to jump through in order to pirate something, the easier it is to pirate. They keep thinking that, oh, well, we'll do this and that, and that'll keep people from going through there. No, Pirate Bay is full of wonderful people who spend time figuring, ways to get around your DRM bullcrap. And
Hmm.
frankly, they do it for fun. Some do it for fun. Others do it to give these people the middle finger. And in some sense, I support them because you bring it on yourself. The more digital you go, keep it physical, or at least keep some things physical. Ugh, idiots. And I don't know. It wasn't until you mentioned politics when we were chatting about these things, and I now notice that it's all about politics with these companies, which disgusts me to my very core.
Hmm.
Ugh.
A lot of this is politics between Sony and Microsoft. It's I'm better, or no, I'm better, and this is why you want me more, and this and that. And I'm like, I do not like all of these people, these companies I like talking like politicians. I already know why I like you. You make good games. You make a good console. Let me just, leave it at that.
Yeah, it's uh, it's asinine, and
Yeah.
this entire the past like 2 weeks before and after E3 and months before E3 has informed me, thanks to you bringing politics into this, that frankly, as a people, we're not ready for a three-party system. Everyone keeps saying that there needs to be a three-party system to choose from, like in real-world politics. These games explain exactly why not. I see Sony and Microsoft as one entity. Microsoft says one thing that people don't like. Sony poo-poos them and doesn't do what they do until it's been out for a while or it gets popular. Then Sony immediately backs up and say, "Hey, everyone loves this, and we're gonna go with the gamers and blah 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 blah." And that's bullcrap. You just show me the games. Like you just said, I know why I like you. You are a toy. You are a very sophisticated, very fun, awesome, amazing toy. I just want to play my games. Can I do that, please?
Yeah, so much competing even without the DRM stuff though. Like Microsoft has, or the Xbone has all of their TV stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
now Sony's like, well, Sony Pictures Network and everything will let you
Mm.
rent music and movies and let's see, the Redbox thing and the Flickster and all these extra things. It's like, oh, you're countering Microsoft. Okay.
Now that you mention that, why couldn't we be able to rent games on that? I mean, if we can rent music, why couldn't we rent games digitally? Oh, because then you could probably pirate it easy as hell. That's why you don't go digital. Oh, these people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really been disgusting to me. This entire nonsense. Microsoft completely insulting its fans. I feel bad for Microsoft fans who are genuinely upset about how they're being talked to and treated when they just want answers to questions, and the questions that they're asking aren't unreasonable. I mean, when you ask somebody to pay $600 for what could be a paperweight, I mean, it could be. I think you owe them an explanation on why it's worth paying this amount of money. And their response is, "Well, it's the future. You want to come to the future, don't you? Or we know what you want. This is what's good. You all will understand." And they don't want to explain anything to anyone. And when you ask them questions, they have the nerve to get offended.
Yeah. All of the Microsoft employees' attitude has been completely sour every single video I've seen them in.
Or snarky and insulting.
Yep. I don't know.
I guess my Sony fans are happy, and that's good for them. I'm happy they're happy, but guys, do not be fooled. They didn't do anything that they weren't supposed to do. You're supposed to do this with games. It's how we've been doing it for years. And people say that because Microsoft said they were going to, they were going to go enlist DRM, that means it's a big thing for Sony to say that they're not. No, it isn't. It just means that Microsoft made a stupid decision. Why can't we just acknowledge that our favorite companies may make stupid ass decisions? It happens.
Yeah.
Look at the PlayStation 3. I mean, legitimately putting that Pentium chip in the PlayStation 3 to make it powerful was a stupid idea. It really didn't provide anything for gaming until years after people got used to it. So,
Yep.
Sony made a dumb decision. Microsoft made a stupid decision. Now, I personally don't think that their decision is something that they can't back off on. If they can fix it, I'm sure. It's just, right now people are falling for the politics of it all. Well, I'm still going to get it because I don't care about this, and it's for the publisher, which is a lie. It's not to help out the publisher. It's just to fill their coffers. But these lies that they like to tell us and expect us to believe. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, there was way too much politics and hype this year,
Yeah,
so much that it was just terrible.
it really was.
Uh,
Oh,
some people enjoyed it, I'm sure, but for the most part, like for me, I was just like, this is not fun. I just wanna see games, please.
I'm pretty sure trolls loved it because this really was a troll year.
Mhm.
Ah, but it's not what I go to E3 for. I don't go for they stuff. It was amusing. It was genuinely amusing to see Sony literally go at speak on Microsoft's claims, but
Oh
it was
yeah.
it was just
They
amusing.
hit him hard.
It was just amusing in the sense of it's nice to see that they pay attention to the outside world. For a
Mhm.
while, I thought these companies didn't have any idea how the outside world worked, but they do. But that's just those two. There was also another. Are we done talking about them? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah.
good.
There was also Nintendo and their E3 Nintendo Direct, which
Presentation.
yes, their presentation. Which before we even get into that, these journalists are the worst human beings in the world because Nintendo has made it very clear that they were going to be at E3, and because they weren't going to do a classic press conference like Microsoft and Sony, the everyone has been asking. All these people have been putting up and asking, "Where's Nintendo? Is Nintendo going to be at E3 when they're clearly going to be at E?" It was so bad to where Iwata himself had to make a scene in the E3 in the Nintendo presentation about them being at E3. That's retarded. That is completely stupid that these journalists made such a thing like we're not doing a conference but we're going to be at E3 message so difficult to figure out. That's ridiculous. But enough about that. I'm sorry. I'm probably sounding very very ranty and I don't mean to. It's
Oh no, it's all
uh,
right. Really. Cause it's understandable, if somebody says we're gonna be there but not do a conference, it doesn't mean they're not gonna be there.
but as far as I am concerned, if we're gonna call it Nintendo Direct press conference, just to kind of like smooth everything out. In my opinion, the 45 minutes with Nintendo was much better spent than the hours we spent with Microsoft and Sony. It was
Mhm.
clear, quick, concise, to the point, and got me excited for Nintendo. Which you were supposed to do, Nintendo. You did. I loved it. Ah, but that's not the best part of the Nintendo Direct to Shady Nights. To Shady Nights, the best part of the Nintendo Direct is I've been watching Nintendo Directs since pretty much I started getting them on my Wii U. And for me, they have been E3 every month or so. And it's been glorious. And this E3 wasn't much different. I knew about Bayonetta 2. Everyone knew about Bayonetta 2. But I heard about Cross, the X game, some other games that they didn't mention at E3, Xenoblade, not Xenoblade, Shin Megami Tensei, Cross, uh, Fire Emblem. Oh,
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker HD. We heard about that early. The other Zelda that they mentioned, but they didn't really mention the E3. I heard about some of these games months in advance, and E3 pretty much just solidified dates for things for me. So it was pretty nice. That's and the best part about it is I get another quote unquote Nintendo E3 next month. So it is glorious, glorious. But as far as this E3, I like Nintendo's much better. It kept me interested and entertained the whole way through.
It was very sweet. I liked it, and like you said, it's to the point, and the games look so fun, especially Super Mario 3D Land.
Yeah.
That looks like a lot of
Oh
fun.
God, I hope it has online co-op. That would be the funnest game. It really would be.
Yeah.
And interesting thing about Nintendo, though. When we first saw it, both of us were like, wait a second, where's all the third party? I don't see many third party games. And oddly enough, we saw it again yesterday. Then we saw it again today. And it was easier to note that there were reasonable amount of third party games for the Wii U and the
Yeah.
3DS. Not as many, admittedly, as Microsoft or Sony, but there is some third party development going. It's
Yeah, they have a good
yeah.
handful.
A lot of the games that I'm going to be purchasing this year are going to be for the Wii U, and it's more than two. Wait, yeah, it's more than two, about 4 or 5,
Hmm.
which, considering my budget, is pretty good. Ah,
Let's see. I really like the idea of Wii Party U just because I was a big fan of the old Mario Party games, so that looks nice.
I've never played. Wait, no, I don't think I've ever played Mario Party before. They look fun.
You missed out.
I know, I just didn't have many friends.
You saved your palms some blistering,
I don't
but
know.
you missed out.
I don't know about that. I have blistered my thumb on Super Nintendo trying to get better at Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, to play against my cousin, only to get my rear end handed to me every time. But he was like four. He's like 4 or 5 years older than me, so of course he's gonna beat me in it.
Hmm.
But still,
Yeah.
ah, but it looks fun. I did like a lot of the style in it. It's any game with Nintendo that allows you to play with your Mii's, I think is a good idea. I think it's a step in the proper direction.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good addition.
Also, I don't think a lot of people I've been seeing are really upset about the new Super Mario 3D Land. Like, this is the new Mario I got for the Wii U. I don't think this is the Mario Galaxy or the Super Mario 64 or the Mario Sunshine for the Wii U. I think this is just, another game to keep you pacified until that one comes out. Because either or, I like it. I think it's very fun. I think it looks very, very neat. Plus, it's a new Mario power. Mario power ups are
Hmm.
always welcome. I feel
And this one looks a lot
it
of
really
fun.
does. It really does.
Yeah.
And
They pulled out some of their other good titles, like a new Mario Kart and
which
Donkey
looks
Kong
nice.
Country.
Excellent music,
Hmm. I'm
and it
excited for
looks
that one because they really brought out their HD and 3D aspects of it that they're tossing into there.
yes.
I
I
I'm excited for that one.
I'm generally not one who cares about HD or all that fancy stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got an HD TV, but that was because I really needed a new television and I had a PlayStation 3, so might as well. But it's nice to see how Nintendo is approaching HD. It's not the hyper realistic stuff. It's more detail and more subtlety with what they can do with the clarity that they have. Like, I don't know if it's a common thing for Mario Kart, and I know this is really probably going to sound very stupid, but while watching the video of Mario Kart 8, I really liked how when you passed someone or someone passed you, their heads would turn and look at them. I'm like, that's an actual natural reaction that I would have. Someone's going past me, I would probably like, what's that? Oh, dick! I need to hurry up. It's
That might have
it's
been in the Wii one as well.
real. It probably was. I did not play that one very much, admittedly. It the Wii Mario Kart to me kind of felt slow. It
Mm.
Mario Kart 64 to me had a more of a blistering pace to it, and I didn't really get into the one on the Wii. I guess I should give it another try, but it didn't drag me and my brother in from the word go, so we didn't really play it that much.
Understandable.
But this one looks nice. It looks like whatever problems I might have had with that one with the speed were fixed, and
Hmm.
it's charming. The HD things, yes, things look. You know what? No, things don't look real, and that's the beauty of it. Things just look more detailed, and with any type of drawing, I love detail.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. Speaking of drawings, I loved the presentation or introduction to Art Academy.
Yes.
That looked amazing. Much more art on the Miiverse.
Miiverse is already full of art, and when we saw the Japanese version of it, we saw even better art. Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my god. But yeah, so much already good art on the Miiverse, getting color as well. It's I love it. I love it.
Mhm. That'll be amazing.
It will be a good time for me. I
Yep.
can just enjoy and watch and look. Yeah, Sonic, of course, coming. Yay! Just they didn't show much about Sonic World. They just kind of like he's coming, but they kind of don't have to. They
Yeah,
I think they're gonna go more in detail with that during their Nintendo Directs. But
possibly. They already
I
have at least one trailer out for it though, and it shows a decent amount of gameplay that
yeah,
reminds me a lot of Mario Galaxy.
and it looks nice. I like it. I think this is gonna be another fun Sonic. Which Sonic has been on a very good upswing for games lately, and I am very happy for that.
Me too.
But it, it was interesting how they did handle that one, though. We did know about Mario Sonic, uh, Lo- is it Lost Worlds?
Yes, Lost World.
Yes, yes, Sonic Lost World. Yet they didn't show us anything about it, but I didn't feel like they should have, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
It's it's like they showed me enough, and okay, whatever. I'll watch the conference when it, I'll watch more when there's more to see, or I'm going to get it. So whatever. I just like to see that. Yes, this is the first party. It's coming out, probably more than likely this year. I'm pretty sure it's coming out this year. So yeah, they don't really need to tell me much more.
Hmm. They also did other indie games, and they did Pokemon, of course. That's always
Of
a big
course,
one.
it looks good.
It looks really good. I like where they're going.
I haven't played a Pokemon
Um,
game in years, but it still looks good.
oh, and I know you liked the Wonderful 101.
Wonderful 101. Yes. Oh, that game looks so rad. It looks so awesome. I don't know. It reminds me of Beautiful Joe, which was, I'm pretty sure, one of the very last difficult games to come out until Bayonetta came out. Because Beautiful Joe would really kick you in the balls if you, despite its cuteness, it was really difficult. And I like that. And I really like the look of Wonderful 101. I like superheroes. That is a sweet soft spot of mine, and well, they hit it pretty good.
Yeah.
Plus, way you get to make your powers by using your allies and using the gamepad seems interesting, and I am very, very curious to see where they go with this. And then the one you liked, or were most excited for, I think, Bayonetta 2.
Oh yeah. I've been excited for that since last year when they mentioned it. Yeah, I am really looking forward to that one because it's very, very fun. Kind of RPG, I guess. Would you call that RPG or like hack and slash?
I would not insult it by calling it a hack and slash. I have played some of Bayonetta, and pressing the same button I don't think is a viable way to stay alive for very long. It does require you to switch it up and things.
Yes, that is
But
true. Okay. But
I
yeah,
I
I
guess an
definitely love
RPG,
those types.
a RPG fighter maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like that.
Either way, it looks good. Um,
Mhm.
it's very interesting to see Bayonetta straddle a pole on a Nintendo console. I love that concept, and Screw it. I am pull. Well, I like it. I want Bayonetta.
Mhm.
It's gonna take a while longer than they thought, but you know what? I'd rather for them to get it right. Take time and get it right. Assassin's Creed 3, and not rush out a pile of mess. Assassin's Creed 3.
Yep, yep. I
Yeah.
totally agree. But we haven't hit the best one of them all yet.
We haven't hit the best one of them all. What are you talking about? What else is there to talk about in Nintendo press conference? We talked about Super Mario 3D Land, Sonic, and Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2. I mean, those are the big ones that we knew about. What are you talking about? What else can Nintendo bring to the party?
Challenger approaching.
Smash Brothers. Yes.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think we all had a happy moment watching that for the first time.
Smash Brothers. The villager from Animal Crossing is in Smash Brothers. The only other person that I could have that from Animal Crossing that I could see them putting in there would probably be Tom Nook. But the villager is a brilliant choice. He and even with that smile on his face, he looks so sinister when he appears. It's great.
It's pretty creepy, but yeah, yeah.
It's the way they introduce him is in a very creepy way, but it is magnificent. I love it because he looks ominous. I don't think they could have done it any other way without him looking like really. And then for the first time in I don't know how long, Mega Man is back in a fighting game, like legit
Mhm.
Mega Man, not Zero, not Fat Mega Man from the Nintendo box, the
And
first
not
Mega Man,
X.
and not even X, who I personally love, but Mega Man. Finally. I mean, maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe Capcom will get their thumbs out of their rear ends and bring more Mega Man to us. But it was so nice to see a
Mhm.
Smash Brothers with Mega Man. Oh my lord.
I squeed. I
Ah,
won't lie. I was so happy.
oh my god.
It's like, oh, you're kidding me.
Oh
That's
yes.
gonna be a blast though. Every time I see the trailer, I'm just like, yes, 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 that's gonna be so cool.
Him standing ominously and heroically on the mountain's hill or whatever. The moon behind him. You see flowing hair, then all of a sudden a helmet appears, eyes open, and you see blue, and the happiness, the happiness cannot be properly expressed. It's so good to see Mega Man up and about. It
Mhm.
truly is. And in the
Totally agree.
and in a game that, in my opinion, is one of the better fighting games out there. I know,
Well, more fun.
you know, I say better because complexity doesn't equal good. Complexity only equals complex. The beauty in Smash Brothers is that it's simple, which means the better you get at it, the better you are. Not if you learn X combo, you instantly win. You can know a good combo in
Mhm.
Smash Brothers and get completely, obliterated.
Yeah,
No
definitely.
items, no items, no this, no that. Final destination. That's kind of where you prove your balls in Smash Brothers. If you can't
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can't handle Final Destination with no items, you really have no reason playing against a professional.
Yeah, whenever Brawl was really big, I did tournaments and I got really used to that
And
all the time, and it was a lot of fun. What I do like about Smash Brothers being a sort of fighting game is that even whenever there are big combos, you tend to be able to break them or
it's
get out of them some
right.
way, so long as you have the knowledge to do so. But in other fighting games, if you're comboed, you're gone.
Once the juggling starts, put the controller down, because you can tell some professionals when they start their combo juggles, you're not getting out. It's a race to get the first hit in and start the stun lock. And that's the beauty of Smash Brothers. You're not automatically stun locked. You can break free. And that's why I say it's one of the better fighter games out there.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, yeah, I'll say I like it more than other fighting games.
you do not want to get the flame.
Yeah. But one good addition that's new as well is the Wii
Wii
Fit
Fit
Trainer.
Trainer. The sexiest blank slate I've seen in some time. She is already going to be probably one of my favorite characters to use. I mean, which is kind of odd because ever since Melee, I have really had a thing for playing as the female characters because as much as I like Link, old Link, young Link, Ganondorf, uh, Captain Falcon, as much as I like Mike, Ike, Roy, I like the guys, but the females get the more devastating abilities and whatnot. They're really fun to play as. Peach, I love that Peach is so powerful in Smash Brothers. I love that Samus is Samus in Smash Brothers. And Zelda, she is pretty good. She may not be as strong as Sheik, but compensate with that with magic. They do a really good way of balancing out the females in the game and rounding them out to be pretty good.
I can agree with that.
And so I'm very excited to see what they do with Wii Fit Trainer because already her intro to it was just magnificent. Oh man, I kind of wish she got the same kind of video that that Animal Crossing Villager and Mega Man got, but that would have kind of taken away from Mega Man, and he really did deserve. He and those two really did kind of deserve the spotlight. She was more. She's not as well known as they are, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I was really thrown off whenever I saw it though for the Wii Fit Trainer. I was just like, is this a troll? You're trolling me, right?
I,
Wait, no, wait, this is real.
I saw it and immediately smiled. I'm like, you bastards, that is fantastic. I love her. She's amazing. But yeah, it's nice. They, a lot of people say that these things don't come out to next year, and that's true. But the purpose is to keep me excited and keep me happy. And I like being excited and happy for my games. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah. And Nintendo, I guess. Well, not I guess. They also had another. I guess it was a tech demo or something of Cross or X, the game, the RPG game with the mix, made by the same company that made Xenoblade Chronicles, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
They showed trailers for that game, and again, another game with mechs. And these mechs transform. Yay.
Mm-hmm. They look really cool too.
I love transforming mechs.
I want to see more because I want to know, like, is the story going to be really cool like most JRPGs, or what's the fighting going to be like?
Yes.
Don't know.
Nintendo.
Don't know any of the gameplay.
Nintendo Direct. That's why I am hooked on Nintendo Direct every month. Because they tease you, and then they tell you some things, and then they tease you more. But yeah, I enjoyed Nintendo's thing. It may not have had a lot of, I take that back. A lot of the announcements that I wanted now were for next year. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I can tolerate that. Wonderful 101 will keep me busy. Watch Dogs will keep me busy. What other games? A few other games that are coming out for the Wii U I can't think of off the top of my head right now. They're going to keep me busy until Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 7, and Bayonetta 2 come out. For me, those games are games that I wait for. So I already look for things to keep me busy in the meantime. Microsoft and Sony are saying in their conferences that these are coming. The games they showed are a lot of them are coming right out of the box. I don't know how true that is going to be. I guess we'll just wait and see. But so far, I found no flaw, no fault with Nintendo's Direct. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
I liked it. I don't think they even needed a conference. Wasn't needed at all this year, and they achieved so many things. And I heard viewers and everybody that I viewed that went to E3 talking really greatly about the floor plan that the Nintendo area had.
Yeah, I heard they really did have a lot of games for everyone to get a chance to play, and a lot of things for photo ops and fun things like that. I heard that they really went out
Hmm.
of their way for all of that, which is neat. I mean,
A lot of big props though too.
uh, I love Nintendo for always doing that. The the thing what I mentioned earlier about we're not ready. At the very least, Americans are not ready for a three-party political system. Is in the gaming. You have Microsoft being jerks. You got Sony being less jerks. And then you got Nintendo not really being jerky at all. I mean, they have problems, but they admit their problems and, like, okay, we'll try to move on. But nobody pays them any attention or give them any time of the day. It's weird. And Nintendo didn't even bother with all this DRM nonsense, but people praise Sony for not going to do that on their PS4 when Nintendo isn't doing it on their Wii U right now that exists and is in my house
Hmm.
upstairs.
Yep.
It's weird. It's weird.
This E3 has been weird.
This E3 has been weird. Yeah. It's nice that it's kind of nice that it's all over. It's
That's kind of sad.
yeah,
But I understand because it was exhausting. I didn't like all the politics stuff.
it got really bad this year. You got people defending Microsoft blindly. You got people defending Sony blindly. And you got I would say that they got people defending Nintendo blindly, but you kind of got people just blindly bashing Nintendo. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of weird. I mean, very weird.
I think it'll iron out more in the future, especially once we get closer to how the Xbone and PS4 will flesh out at the last minute before launch.
Yeah,
Because you know things always change.
always, especially behind closed doors, when
Hmm.
right before or right after the consumer gets it. Yeah, but it's I don't know. I don't trust either Sony or Microsoft. I I am going to be as optimistic as I can be. That's most I can
Well,
be.
you should, and you're going to get lots of updates for Nintendo.
Indeed, I look forward to that greatly. I don't know what to expect from Microsoft. I don't know. Microsoft, I am very curious what's going to happen with them, but not interested. And Sony is going to be fine. Fans have already pre-ordered that darn thing, the PS4, at a ridiculous level. It's fine.
Hmm. Yep. But there are also more buyers for the Wii U.
True. That's also very true. It's hmm. Yeah, it's nice. This gaming stratosphere, hemisphere, or whatever it is, it's been crazy. But I guess that's all I can think about. I don't know. We actually talked about a lot of the games that I was interested in: the Metal Gear Solid, Knack, Final Fantasy. Titanfall.
Yeah.
I
Um, what are the top five you're looking forward to the most?
looking forward to the most Wonderful 101. Um, Metal Gear. Well, no. I love Metal Gear, but I am not even going to play that one. So I've turned off my looking forward to it meter. Sonic. I really am looking
Of
forward to
course.
that one. Super Mario 3D Land. Um, th- this isn't two. This is a bundle. Final Fantasy 10 and 10 2. It's HD. It's an old game, and I am still LPing it. Everybody, I'm still LPing it. But I really love Final Fantasy 10. It's one of my favorite games. And Final Fantasy 15. Really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Admittedly, I guess I have to put an asterisk if I have to remove Final Fantasy 10 and 10 2. Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been it's almost been an entire decade, but I really really want to play this damn game.
You will. It's coming.
Ugh,
Just hang on.
it's been way too long.
Just hang on.
Yourself?
Let's see. Yep, mine. Transistor. I've been
Ah.
following that one since way before E3. Yeah, yeah, way before. Bayonetta 2.
Hmm.
The new Smash Bros, of
Of course.
course. Sonic Lost
Ah.
World, and Final Fantasy 15.
I guess it sounds bad that I didn't put Smash Brothers on my list, but it's coming
Yeah,
out. It's
I'll make you get it
I'm
anyway.
getting it. It's just I'm more or less looking out for things that are coming out this year. That's kind of why I'm excited about these in particular. So yeah,
Yep.
I love Smash Brothers. I love that game. My brother and I are going to go absolutely crazy playing it. Ah, yes, Smash Brothers. Bayonetta being ridiculously, yeah.
Kinky.
I I hope it's unlikely. It's unholy hell. I hope she is this new Smash Brothers character. She would be an awesome addition.
That would be amazing. I don't know how they would do that. They would probably try to keep it modest,
she
but that would be
she can
amazing.
be modest, It's just when she actually uses her bigger attacks, that's when she gets kinky. But she can use the smaller ones and stay modest. Like in the video where she was out there, her clothes were still on. She was just doing those kicking from a wormhole warp magic things. When she does those
Yeah,
kicks and it comes
yeah.
from nowhere. She had her
Yeah.
clothes on. They could do that in Smash Brothers, and I would just squee because it would be glorious. It would be so glorious.
Yep.
Ah,
There are a lot of characters that could possibly be in Smash Brothers though, and I look forward to hearing each one as they're coming out.
yes. I hope Snake comes back too. He should definitely make a
That'd
return.
be nice.
But Smash Brothers speculation aside, as fun as it is to make that, I could go on for hours, and that's not what we're here
Yep.
for. It's been a crazy E3. It's been an exhausting E3. It's been an exhausting week after E3.
Yeah. Completely. I'm tired. I'm still tired.
Yeah.
But I'm glad everything went all right. I learned of some new games.
New games is good. Also, I
Mhm.
I have heard that Nintendo actually has more games that they didn't announce, which
Ooh.
I think is just Nintendo
Sneaky.
being very sneaky this year. And really their PR is not quite the best, not due to no fault of their own. But yeah, it's nice to know that they're doing new things, that there may be more than what we saw.
Cool. I
Ah,
look forward to that.
me too. But I guess that's all our thoughts at E3. Not as
Yep.
not as extensive as the PS1 conference, but
Almost.
almost because I complain. That's the only reason why. There wasn't much to talk about. I mean, blah. Blah. But it was still fun.
Yep.
It's always fun talking about games. And where we're going with this? Well,
You told me.
no, I mean with the gaming world. It's nice to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about where we're going and all that stuff, even though if it's all scary. And
Scary.
I can't take off my tinfoil hat of this generation of gaming, apparently. I may need to see a psychiatrist.
Understandably so. That's why you have friends.
Thank the heavens. Sigh. But, No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
So, I guess that has been our E3 opinions, ideas, thoughts, and whatever have you on our opinions and thoughts of E3 for Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. On Gamers on Gaming, the podcast for gamers, brought to you by your host, Shady Knights, and
Lotus, thank you.
thank you all for listening. You all take it easy, and we'll see you in a little bit. Ta-ta.
Bye.